You build an AI agent. It works perfectly in your demo. You ask it to help a user manage their task. It responds correctly. You are happy. Now imagine that same user comes back the next day. They say, hey, remember that task I added yesterday? The agent has no idea what they are talking about. Not because the code broke, not because the LLM failed, but because your agent genuinely has no memory of anything that happened before this exact moment. Today we are going to build an agent from scratch that actually remembers. And along the way, I'll show you why the standard fix most people use is the wrong architectural decision. This video is sponsored by Oracle. Everything I'm building today runs on Oracle AI database 26AI. I'll show you exactly why I picked it. It'll make complete sense once we get to the architecture section. Let's dive in. So why do agents forget in the first place? It comes down to how LLMs actually work. Every time you call an LLM, you are sending it a fresh prompt. There is no internal state, there is no running memory between calls. The model processes what you give it and responds. That's it. So when your agent finishes one conversation and starts a new one, it's starting completely clean. It has no idea what happened before unless you explicitly tell it. And this is by design, by the way. LLMs are stateless. It makes them predictable and scalable. The problem isn't the LLM. The problem is what we do about it. Or don't do. Most developers solve this by adding a memory layer. And the way they do it looks roughly like this. There are three separate systems that most agents end up using. The first one is a short-term store, an in-memory cache that holds recent conversation context within a single session. The second one is a long-term store, a relational database for facts that need to persist across sessions. User preferences, history, anything that needs to persist across sessions. The third one is a dedicated vector database for storing embeddings and running semantic search. When someone asks a vague question, the agent can find related context even if the exact words don't match. 3 systems, 3 connection strings, 3 set of credentials to manage. And every time your agent needs context, it has to make calls across all 3 and then assemble the result before it can even begin to think about answering. This works, but it's expensive, it's fragile, and it creates a coordination problem that gets worse as your agent gets more complex. There's a better way to think about this. And to see it, we need to think about where your actual data lives. Here is the real problem. Your business data, the stuff your agent is actually supposed to reason about, already lives in a database. But your agent's memory lives in 3 completely separate systems. So every time your agent tries to do something meaningful, it's doing a round trip across your business data and across 3 different memory stores. That's a lot of moving parts for something that should be simple. What if memory lived right next to the data? What if your database could handle all 3 types of memory at once? And that's exactly what Oracle AI Database 26AI does. It's a converged database. That means it handles relational data, JSON documents, graph relationships, and vector embeddings, all in the same engine, all queryable in a single statement. So instead of calling 3 separate systems for short-term context, long-term facts, and semantic search, your agent makes one call, one connection string, one system that stays consistent by default. And here's the thing that makes this actually practical. You can run this on your laptop for free. Oracle 26AI Free Edition is a Docker image, and we'll set it up in about 2 minutes. First, go to containerregistry.oracle.com and create a free Oracle account. Takes about a minute. Once you're in, navigate to the database section and find the free repository. This is the Oracle AI Database 26AI free image. Open source, no license acceptance needed. Now open your terminal. The free image is public, so you can pull it directly without logging in. And this is about 3.5 GB, so give it a few minutes. And once it's done, run the container. The Oracle_pwd is the password you're setting for the database admin uses. Pick anything secure. We are using ByteMonk 123 here. Now follow the logs and wait for this line. Database is ready to use. It takes about 60 seconds. Hit Ctrl+C when you see it. Now set up Python virtual environment and install the dependencies. One last thing, add your OpenAPI key to your shell so it persists across sessions. And that's it. Oracle is running locally. No cloud account, no credit card, and if the container ever stops, just run docker start Oracle 26AI to bring it back. Now we have Oracle running locally. Dependencies installed, so let's build the agent. Here I have 2 Python files. The first one is agent without memory.py. This is a standard LangChain agent. No memory, no Oracle, nothing special. Just an LLM with a tool. And I'm going to run it first so you can see exactly what the problem looks like. The second file is agent with memory, same agent, same LLM, same tool. The only difference is what we add around it. Oracle as the memory backend. We'll get to that one after this. So let's start with the broken version. Here, I'm going to introduce myself to this agent. Watch what happens. Session 1, I tell it my name. I tell it I am a software engineer and founder of ByteMonk. It responds, it knows who I am. Now I start a new session, same agent, same LLM, just a new call. I ask, what do you know about me? And it says it has no information about me. That's it. That's the problem. One new call and everything is gone. The agent didn't break. The code ran fine. There was just nowhere to put the memory. So there is no memory. Now watch what happens when we wire Oracle in. Session 1, same introduction, same LLM, looks identical so far. Session 2, new call. I pass zero history into this invocation. Nothing. Watch. It knows exactly who I am, and that's not coming from a variable I passed in. That's Oracle. The agent loaded my conversation history before generating a single token. Now session 3, this is the new one I want you to pay attention to. In session 1 I said, software engineer and founder of ByteMonk. In session 3 I'm asking, what kind of work do I do? I didn't say engineer. I didn't say ByteMonk. Completely different words. The agent still gets it right. Because Oracle didn't just store the text, it stored the meaning. The vector embeddings sit right next to the relational data in the same engine. One query, no separate system to call, no sync job to run. And that's what a converged database actually means in practice. You're not choosing between remembering facts and understanding meaning. You get both in one place. Now let me show you how this works in code. Let's start with the file you just saw fail. I'm using LangChain as the orchestration layer here. LangChain gives you a standard way to connect an LLM to tools and external systems without writing all the plumbing yourself. Think of it as the glue between your agent logic and everything it needs to interact with. The prompt is where the agent gets its instructions. System message, user input, and a scratchpad for the agent to reason through tool calls. Create OpenAI functions agent wires the LLM and the prompt together. Agent executor runs it and returns the final output. Clean, simple, and completely stateless. And that stateless part is the problem. Now the version that remembers. Same structure, same LangChain setup. The difference is what we add before the agent runs. First, the Oracle connection. One connection string, same database your app data already lives in. Then the vector store. Oracle VS is LangChain's Oracle vector store integration. Pass the connection, the embedding model, the table name, and the distance strategy. Oracle creates the table and manages the vector index automatically. Now, I'm using OpenAI embeddings here, but this works with any LLM LangChain supports. Anthropic, Gemini, a local model. The Oracle memory layer does not care which one you pick. Then the conversation history table. Plain SQL, session ID, role, content, timestamp. Now the three memory functions. And these are the heart of the whole thing. Save memory writes every message to the history table. If it's from the user, it also embeds the text and stores the vector in Oracle. One function, two writes, one database. Load memory fetches recent conversation history for a session. This gives the agent short-term context. And search memory runs semantic similarity search across all stored embeddings. This is what made session 3 work. Different word, same meaning. Oracle found the connection. Three functions, one Oracle database, no separate cache, no separate vector store. Now look at run agent. And this is where it comes together. Before every response, we load recent history and search semantically for relevant context from any past session. Both get injected into the system prompt before the LLM sees the user input. After the response, we save the exchange back to Oracle. Every call is informed by everything before it. Every response gets stored for future calls. One database doing all three jobs. And all of this code is available in the Oracle AI Developer Hub on GitHub. Link in the description. If you want to build on this, fork the repo, add your own use case, and submit a PR. Oracle's developer team is actively reviewing contributions from the community. Agent memory isn't a hard problem. It's an architecture problem. If you want to go deeper on agent architectures, how orchestration works, how multi-agent systems share state, how this scales to production, that's coming up next. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.